Robbie's got a gold watch. Don't seem like a whole lot after 30 years of driving up and down the interstate. But Robbie's had a good life, and Robbie's got a good wife.
What's going on, my YouTubing peoples? We are pulling out from Grapevine, Texas. Got kind of a weird load. We're definitely going to want to probably stop and axle out just to be on the safe side. It's big crates. And we got 10 of them. And they weigh about 3,500 pounds a piece, man. These things are heavy. So we got 4 in the nose, because they had to be side by side. 2 and 2. And then we counted off enough space so that you could put 6 on the back end. And we put straps to build a strap wall. Normally you would put load bars, but the agent didn't tell me that you needed load bars for this load. And if it had, I wouldn't have took the load, because I don't have load bars. They're at the house. Maybe someday I'll figure out a way to carry load bars along with me. But for now, we don't have them. So we made a strap wall. And it's like I told that fella. I said, these things are so high up. There's only about 8 inches, 10 at the very most, from the ceiling of the trailer. There's no way they can tip over forward, backwards, side to side, because they're stacked in there side to side, and they're so close to the ceiling that they can't tip over end to end because they're too tall. The crate would hit the roof of the trailer and it would just sit back down. So either it would have to be such a violent, thing to where it rips through the roof and over, which ain't gonna happen, most likely. If that happens, we got bigger fish to fry than and worried about some crates getting loose. I told him, I said, the worst thing we got to worry about is the crates sliding around. And I said, as heavy as they are, they're probably not going to slide much. But we got enough straps on the ones that are in the nose. We got that strap wall. And then the ones that are on the tail end, we put 3 good straps on them. So everything is secure, I feel like, comfortably. I think we used about 10 straps altogether. Which reminds me, when I get home, I have to restock my straps. Because I got some that I got to spray down with some PB Blaster and get a little rust on them. And what was I trying to say? Oh, and we're down to I think we got maybe 14 straps in the truck, and normally I carry about at least 25. So I've lost a few here and there. So I got a big box of them somebody gave me, brand new ones at the house. I need to load up some new ones in the truck so I can get back up to at least 20 straps. Because when you're hauling those totes, each tote, if you're hauling them in a straight line or whatever, has to be strapped down with a strap. So if you're hauling, 16, 18 totes or something like that, all of them in a line, you want to strap them down individually. Oh, there's a lot of crap involved in this old job. But yeah, we're headed to Huntsville, Alabama. Not to Greenbow. We're not going to Greenbow. We're going to Huntsville. So when I first booked this load, I was thinking, oh, okay, I'll pick up in Dallas and I'll jump on I-20 and run over to Birmingham and up I-65 to Huntsville. But then when I punched in the address, Google Maps was like, hey, we can save you 70 miles and 40 minutes of drive time if you run I-30 over to Little Rock and then jump on I-40 to Memphis, and then you got to get on Highway 72 up there somewhere. And that Highway 72, you got to go through Muscle Shoals and some other little towns up there, but it'll run you right into Huntsville, over by Decatur, Alabama. Who doesn't love Decatur, Alabama, man? I just want to say thank you, Decatur, Alabama. Thank you so much. You gave us the man. Yeah. Mr. Tokyo Drift. Mr. Sling Blade. Mr. Christopher. Oh, what was his last name? Oh, man, what was Chris's last name? His character's name on NCIS New Orleans. Anyway, thank you for giving us Lucas Black. Yes, the great Lucas Black. A very good man, very good Christian man, raising 3 children the right way. No iPhones, iPads, all that crap. They're out there fishing and hunting and skinning deer and killing turkeys and for Thanksgiving. And man, that boy, he does a lot of stuff, man. Loves fishing and hunting and stuff. Teaching it to his boys. You got to respect the man that takes that much time to spend with his kids and teaching them how to hunt and fish and survive on the land, you know. I think his oldest child is a girl, a daughter. But then he has 2 boys. One of them, I think, is named Augustus, and I forgot what the other one's name is. I follow him on YouTube. Yeah, he does his own YouTube videos and everything, man. Films them, edits them, uploads them. Whereas a lot of times you'll see him, he'll wear a hat cam. Sometimes he'll wear a, what's that cam? Body cam, chest cam thing. Oh, man, I bet we fixing to be hitting some traffic. Everybody's slowing down. You gotta hate Dallas, man. You just, oh, yeah. Dallas, Fort Worth, all this crap sucks. There's just not enough roads for all these vehicles. It would be awesome if they could build separate highways for big trucks and for automobiles, so we don't have to get tangled up in all their crap. I would pay to drive on it too, just to stay out of these 4-wheelers' paths. So we only got 5 hours and 20 minutes of drive time. Are we going east? Yeah, east. Okay. Woo! Took me a minute to figure that one out. So, yeah, we're going to try to make it to Little Rock, but I'm not banking on us being able to make it there without having to stop and grab some fuel. But I wanted to stop and make sure my trailer weight's good. I know my drive weight's good on the drives, but I just want to make sure the trailer weight's good too. Because if it's not, we're going to have to be doing some nighttime driving. Let's see, how much is fuel around here? Oh man, $247. It was cheaper in Arkansas yesterday. You know what? I hate sometimes getting off onto politics and all, but today they are in Provo, Utah, trying to figure out this what they call it, hearing, what the hearing they're going to have for the guy that killed Charlie Kirk. And what I don't understand is they're saying that they want the prosecuting team to step down and recuse themselves because one of the members of the prosecuting team had a child that was at the shooting of Charlie Kirk but did not see Charlie Kirk get shot. All he knows is what he heard. He heard the shot, but he didn't see Charlie Kirk get shot. He's not a witness. He's not filing any kind of paperwork claims or anything. I don't even think he was. I don't even know if they questioned him or not, you know. So there's no way it's a conflict of interest when he doesn't know anything about what happened other than hearing the shot. Anything that he could tell the court would be hearsay. He doesn't have a first account of what happened other than, like I said, being there at the place and hearing the shot. He never saw Charlie Kirk get shot, the actual visual of it. So there's no way it's a conflict of interest. That's just bull crap. And they're trying to delay the hearing as long as they can. They keep coming up with more crap, try to delay it, to try to give this murderer one more day on earth. Now they're saying, because of all that, they should take the death penalty off the table because they were emotional and biased and all this when they announced that they were seeking the death penalty. So therefore, the death penalty should not be allowed. Are you freaking kidding me? He's already confessed to doing it. He's already confessed to doing it. So I don't understand why we're even having a damn trial. You know, when you confess to killing somebody, you know, they got his text messages where he confessed to doing it. Why is there even a freaking trial? They should just tell him, say, do you want to go ahead and die a peaceful death, maybe with lethal injection, you just go to sleep and you never wake up? If you go ahead and plead guilty, we'll do that. But if you don't, we're going to give you the firing squad, and we're going to shoot you in the leg, in the arm, in the belly. We're going to shoot you about 10 damn times. Make sure you are suffering before we get the kill shot. Or we may just wait and let you bleed out till you die. That you die a miserable death, you son of a... It was premeditated. He scouted out the location. He snuck the gun in. He went up to the perch, got there. At no time was this an act of passion or split-second decision or any crap like that. This was well thought out, planned. There's no way this son of a doesn't deserve the death penalty. Of course he deserves the death penalty. How would you even think you didn't after you've already confessed to doing it? his little lover boy asked him why he did it. He said because he did something about, what was it? He was spewing all kind of hate or whatever, and he couldn't take it no more, or something like that. So he had the opportunity to take him out, so he took it. You confess to killing him. Why are we doing this trial? It makes no damn sense. You're wasting taxpayer dollars. Fry this son of a gun. And let's get this over with. Ah, crap. I was supposed to take 29B. Yep, there's 29B over there. What does that even mean? Shaped route. So we got a little bit of a predicament with this load. We are down to just under 23 hours on our clock, and we have to drive from Dallas to Huntsville to Ashland City. What I call that? Ashland City, Tennessee. And then from Ashland City, Tennessee to Havana, Florida in 23 hours. That means we have to keep our foot in it and go, boy, go. I don't know why it was telling me to exit off before. Now it's telling me 20 more miles. And I don't understand why. Garmin's telling me to get off on I-35. Google Maps is telling me to stay on 635. Google Maps knows how bad the traffic is. And it is bad, man. It is bad, 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 bad. Bad traffic. Alright, what are we looking at here? Alright, there's 35. Alright. I'm going to bypass 35 and stay on 635 because we're trying to get around to I-30. I guess they want me to take 35 down to 30 and cut across on 30 that way. That's the only thing I can figure. But then it would have me going over by the old farmer's market. Yeah, the old farmer's market. That's where my uncle was at for quite a couple of years there. A few years he was there. He used to sell a lot of tomatoes up there on the farmer's market. A lot of other stuff too. Yeah, we're stopping. Get them Jake brakes, buddy. Slow it down, slow it down.
On the right, for like 635 Express 12 East.
Yeah, I was talking to my old buddy Matthew earlier today, and this is the first time I've done any recording since the new year. So let me catch you up on what has happened in the last, let's see, what's the day? The day is the 16th. So I've gone over 16 days straight with no recording. So let me catch y'all up. I'll try to make it fast. Alright, so New Year's Eve, I'm at the house, did a little grocery shopping. We get ready to watch the ball drop at night and everything, you know. Well, around 6 or 7 o'clock, Teresa starts throwing up and is sick. So when the ball dropped, she was dropping chunks. And so we were hoping that it was just maybe some cross-contamination. Maybe she got some real milk in her coffee at the coffee shop or something like that, maybe. And I know you're thinking, what? So there's a thing called alpha-gal syndrome or disease, whatever it is. Anyway, basically what that is you cannot eat or consume any mammal products. No beef, no pork, no deer meat, no milk, cheese, sour cream, butter, cottage cheese, no dairy products of any kind. It's almost like you're a vegan, except you can eat fish, and you can eat chicken, and you can eat emu, and you can eat ostrich, but you can't eat mammal. So fins and feathers is what you can have. So, man, I want to jump over in that express lane so bad. Woo! And GPS is telling me to do it. Problem is, I don't know if I can catch a break back here in the traffic. Let's see. Jump over in front of this truck. Alright, got that one done. Alright, we got one more pickup truck. Come on. And we got it. Let's go. Alright. I didn't see anything that said no trucks. Plus the Garmin is routing me over here. So, anyway, yeah. So we thought she was having ill effects, and so we were waiting to see if it would play itself out and she'd be okay, you know. And so the next morning she was still sick, throwing up and stuff, and so we went to urgent care. Urgent care said, you know, you might need to go to the emergency room if it don't get no better, you know, within the next couple hours or so. So went home. Time we got home, we packed the bag, went back to the emergency room, and so I ran some tests on her and stuff, and she had some intestinal issues, and so they admitted her in the hospital, and we were in the hospital for, let's see, was Friday the 1st or Friday? No, Friday was the 2nd. 3rd, 4th, 5th. I want to say she got out on the 7th of January. I think that's right. And so she was in there for, 6 or 7 days. And so I had to cancel all my loads because I had loads lined up. I was leaving out on Friday, January 2nd, but I had to cancel all my loads and stay with her. And 'cause I'm not leaving my wife home sick, you know. And so once we knew she was good and everything, and she was home again, and I went ahead and booked some loads. I booked the load going to where was it going? Noonan, Georgia to Galax, Virginia. And then I booked one from Nitro, West Virginia to Colonial Heights, Virginia. And then from Danville, Virginia to Lawton, Oklahoma. And now here I am picking up in Grapevine, going back to Huntsville, and then up to Ashland City, and then back down to Jacksonville. So we got all our loads, set up and going, and and then during all this time, January the 4th, my grandmother's brother. My grandmother passed away she passed away back in 1980, but her brother, my uncle, he used to do upholstery and everything. Plus, he drove a big truck for a little while there back in the day, back when they had cab overs. Anyway, he had an upholstery business. I think it was listed as Greenwood, Florida, but he lived halfway in between Malone and Greenwood, and he passed away on January 4th, which was my grandmother's birthday. So he passed away on his sister's birthday. And we had the funeral for him on Friday. What was Friday? It was Friday the 7th or the 8th. Might have been the 8th or 9th. I can't remember. I get all my days are mixed up. Because I stayed in the hospital with Teresa, sitting right there in the recliner chair thing. Her mother came up and stayed with us a little bit, and she kept the puppy dogs for us and everything, her and her husband, Teresa's stepdad. And they would come up to the hospital during the day to sit with me and help out and everything. And they would, while they were there, I would run home, shower, and grab a bite to eat, because Teresa couldn't eat. She had an NG tube down into her belly. If you've never had an NG tube, it is horrific. It's a tube that they push in through your nose, down your throat, all the way down to your stomach, to suck stuff out of your stomach so you're not throwing up. So this exact thing happened to her about almost 11 years ago when she rode with me out to Houston, Texas on a load, and she got same kind of sickness, same everything. Ended up in hospital in Houston with an NG tube, just like she had there, in Tallahassee. But so it's a recurring situation. But anyway, so I went to the funeral Friday and all. Teresa wasn't up for it. And then, like I said, I left the house Sunday morning, probably around 12:30, 1 a.m., heading up to Galax, Virginia. And that was a mess. It took them 5 hours and 15 minutes to get me unloaded up in Galax. Almost missed my nitro load. I got there with 5 minutes to spare before they closed. And so it's been a rough start to the year. And I still ain't told you everything. We still got some more to go. Alright, so I get back on the road. I pick up my load over in Nitro. and I'm hauling the mail, boy. I'm going to try to get as far as I can go. Well, I had enough hours actually to go all the way to all the way to Colonial Heights, Virginia, right? So I was going to go all the way, man, because I delivered there before. I knew where I could park at and everything, So I'm hauling the mail, running down I-77, zoom. Jump off on I-64, zoom. And then I come up on the brake station. Brake check station. That's where every big truck has to jump off. And every big truck has to jump off, to check your brakes before you start down that steep hill. So I jump off at the brake station. I'm hauling hazmat, so I do a safety check, walk around the truck, check the tires, everything else, make sure everything's good, do my little safety check. So when I will get back around to the front of the truck, the passenger side steer tire is half flat. And I'm cussing, because I'm out in the middle of nowhere, man. I'm in the boondocks. So I get my airline out and I pump it up, put over 100 pounds of pressure in it. I get my soapy water and I'm rubbing it down, trying to find that daggum leak. And never could find it, man. I'd pull up a little bit, soap it some more. Pull up a little bit, soap it some more. Never could find that daggum leak. So called Landstar, got a PO number for a new tire and roadside service. The nearest truck stop was Love's, and they were 75 miles away. They didn't have a tire that would fit. They gave me a list of other places I could call, so I started calling them. They didn't have a tire. So I'm like, well, I got one more shot. I'm going to call the TA in Withville, 91 miles away. And they said, yes, we have a tire. And I'm thinking to myself, please don't be an Iron Man. Please don't be an Iron Man tire. It's an Iron Man. I'm like, oh no, God damn. I said, I don't got a choice. I got to take it. I got to get going. I said, bring it on, put it on. I'll get another tire later, once I get this load delivered. So they're like, all right, well, give us your location. So I told them, and they're like, oh no, we can't go there. TA passed a new policy that we're not allowed to change tires on the roadside. And I'm like, I'm not on a roadside. I'm in a brake check station. And well, you'd have to be in some kind of secure parking lot. I said, it is a parking lot. I said, it's got marked parking spots and everything. And they said, well, we've checked that location before, and I don't think we could do that. I said, before you say no, let me send you a picture, Google Earth picture where you can see where I'm parked, and you can see all the parking spots down from me where I'm parked in one of them. And they're like, okay. So I sent them a picture. Keep in mind, this is around just before midnight. So I sent them the picture, and they said, okay, yeah, I see you're in a parking lot. I'm like, yeah. So they said, okay, we'll send somebody out there. It's going to be at least an hour and a half because you still got to load the truck up and all that. And I was like, yeah, I understand, just as long as somebody's coming. So they got there probably around 2 o'clock and finished me up by 3. And he found the hole. It was a pinhole, man. It was not that big at all. I mean, it was really kind of small, but just big enough that it would leak air, And then once it got down to a certain, like 20 pounds or so, it wouldn't leak as much. But when it had that pressure in it, it would leak down. So he brought a steel rim just in case it was my rim that was cracked and it was leaking or something. But I didn't need that rim. My rim was fine. So I told Teresa, I get home, we got to sacrifice a chicken. We got to go to church. We got to do something to break this bad luck. Because first day of the year, she's getting put in the hospital. By the 10th, 11th day of the year, I'm putting on a brand new damn steer tire that can't be more than 6 months old. I mean, it's just, oh, yeah. So I think that's pretty much it. I think we're caught up now on everything. But yeah, it's been crazy, man. It's been a crazy start to 2026. All we can hope now is things get a lot better, Right now, sitting in all this traffic, it ain't looking that much better. Is that some kind of smoking shed or something that guy's hauling over there? Do y'all see it out in front of me? Directly in front of me. I'll try to remember to zoom in on that when I do my editing. That looks like some kind of barbecue shack on wheels. Or a pit or something. But yeah, I'm hoping that things start getting a lot more better. So yeah, we're gonna get home for a couple of days. Monday's the holiday. Teresa is off. I'm not delivering in Jacksonville until Tuesday. So I'm going to try to get home by Sunday morning, and then I'll probably leave out and head over to Jacksonville Monday night so I can get over there and do my break. And hopefully by then I'll have a load booked. So we'll have to wait and see. Alright, so I got y'all caught up and everything. So we'll check back with y'all a little bit later on. There it is. Can you see it now? Over there on the right side. Don't that look like some kind of rolling barbecue pit shed? You got that big old smoker and all that other stuff. That's crazy. Alright, we'll check back in with y'all. Hopefully we get through this traffic and get rolling. We got to stop and axle out. So, still a lot of stuff to get done. But we'll check back. Well, good Saturday morning, people. Yeah. It's Saturday. And we are rolling eastbound. I-40. Come on, man. What you doing? What you doing? Yeah, coming up on Memphis. See, there's the sign. Eastbound. Memphis. And we're going to have to make a quick stop and get some fuel. Because I thought, hey, I might have enough. I can make it up to Franklin, Tennessee. After we deliver in Huntsville, head on up there. So I was like, well, let's see what the prices are between Memphis and Franklin. Holy Toledo, buddy. I heard that earlier today on a video. I was old, what was it? Crap. The Trucker for Life, my old buddy Jonathan. He's the one that was saying that about Holy Toledo. Now he's got me saying it. I don't know, I might have been saying that before. Alright, you saw I had a blinker on, buddy, and I was getting over. So don't get your panties in a wad. Anyway, so I looked, and there's no discount, no Landstar discount on fuel at the TA in Franklin. I'm like, what the effing heck? So after you deduct the empty costs, it would be $3.31 a gallon in Franklin versus after the discount and the IFTA here in. Good God, is everybody out to get me today? I'm fixing to jump off right here. Anyway, yeah, so it's like what? Almost 80 cents a gallon difference, or right at 80 cents. Is this my exit or is it the next one? I think it's the next one. Yeah, it's the next one. And I was like, yeah, man, that's a no-brainer. Actually, it would have been even cheaper if I'd gotten it back in Earl, Arkansas. But I'm not a big fan of Earl, their pumps and everything. The ones up here in West Memphis aren't much better or any better. But I feel like I can get in and out quicker. And I'm already on a tight, super tight schedule. I got about a 5-minute cushion, which is basically no cushion. So there's a really, really good chance. Oh man, I wanted to go on 40. I didn't want to go 55. Crap. Now I got to turn and go back over the overpass. Anyway, there's a good chance I will have to stop and do a 2-hour break. Did an 8-hour break last night in Prescott at the TA there in Prescott, and got back. See, when I got ready to leave out this morning, I had 6 hours and 40 minutes on my clock, and it was saying, I think we were 6 hours and what was it, like 6 hours? Was it 6 hours? Yeah, 6 hours and 25 minutes maybe from where we had to deliver. So I don't know. I mean, even if we have to do a 2-hour break, we should still be in there maybe by 1 o'clock. So we'll see. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, man. That's why I hate getting off on this side. I like getting off over on the other side of I-40 because you just hang a right, go down, bam. Uh-oh, this ain't good. And, you know, hang a left and go right into the dadgum truck stop. Get off on this side, you gotta go over the overpass and then hang a right. You gotta make that turn, blah, blah, blah. It's such a freaking nightmare. Now, if you're going westbound, yeah, you want to get off over here because hang a right, boom, you're there. Oh, look at that old yellow classic over there. Yeah, what's up, buddy? I remember a long time ago, man, back in the day, when I had that old International 9400i, and I was driving with MSJ trucking. I stopped here in West Memphis, and I was like, I'm gonna get me a satellite. One of those I don't have to put it out every time I want to stop and watch TV. All I gotta do is turn it on when I'm ready to watch TV when I get parked. Right there is where they sell them. It's still there. The Satellite Man. I can't remember if that was the name of the place back then or not. That's probably it though. But yeah, they put it on right there. Hooked everything up for me. Yeah. I want to say I had either a 39-inch or 42-inch TV. I was living large. I was back in my single days. Oh man, why are you? This is not the exit, dude. What the hell? This is the entrance. I don't know if they're trying to get fuel or they're trying to get parked. Now, I was going to make that sharp turn, but then that truck cut me off. Alright, let's see if we can get in here. That step deck over there cut me off. Alright, let's see if any of these pumps work. Ain't none of them blocked off, so there's a chance they might work. Alright, we're going to get fuel and we'll check back in with y'all. Ooh, alright. Got our fuel. We get 145 gallons. So, packed it full. I'm hoping that'll get us all the way to Jacksonville. We shall see. Worst case scenario, we have to stop off in what's that called? Dodge City, maybe, and top it off. Because I was trying to think, I want to say it's Montgomery, maybe. They're not offering a discount either. Oh no, it's Birmingham. That's what it is. Yeah, the TA Express in Birmingham. No discount there either. I think Petro in Dodge City is offering one, but it ain't much. It's I'd say $2.51 a gallon there in what they call it, Dodge City. Boy, we're probably right into that sun, ain't it? Lord Almighty. Oh, man. Yeah, I was hoping to catch that sunrise this morning, but I think the sun came up while we were getting fuel. Oh, yeah, headed across this. That's a bright, shiny day. Alright, I gotta pay attention here because I'm gonna take it faster. Sorry, no joke, man. Oh yeah, there's the big pyramid. Well, crap, I didn't have my microphone on. I just realized. I don't know if y'all heard a daggum thing I said since I left. From getting fuel. Yeah, right there's the old Arkansas scale house. Coming into Arkansas, they gonna get you, boy. Get you. What? You trying to earn a living, feed your family? I don't think so, buddy. Here, pay this fine. Sit over there out of service. Call a mechanic to fix something that ain't broke. Yeah. Feel that boot on your throat, boy? How you like that? Want some more? Yeah. That'll teach you to get out and try to earn a living. Yeah, there's the old pyramid. I went by it, what was it, 2 days ago? And they got the big Bass Pro logo on it, and it's got the, what's that other one? The Ducks Unlimited. I thought somebody said there was a hotel in there also. I don't know. That's a big place if they got all that in it. The old mighty Mississippi. Mighty Mississippi River. I want to take a cruise down the Mississippi River so bad. I don't want to cruise on no big old ship out in the middle of the ocean. But I'll take a cruise on the Mississippi River. Because if that thing sinks, I can jump off and swim to the shore. Out in the middle of the ocean, you are screwed. Alright, I don't know if this is where it... Nah, I don't think this is it. Yeah, it says no trucks. Woo! Caught that one just in time, didn't it? What's that say? The Renaissance Convention Center. Cool. I don't think I've ever done anything with them before. I wouldn't be surprised though to end up in there one day at hauling a trade show load or something. What we got here? I think that one said 1B. And we are looking for 1E. There's 1B. Danny Thomas, my love. Oh, Lana Thomas. Woo. Alright, let's get on over. Ah, crap. Alright, well, all you got to do is punch it. You're a four-wheeler. You should be able to go faster than me. Dadgummit. Why you got to pace me in speed? All you got to do is push your gas pedal and go. I got 60-something feet of truck and trailer to get past. All you got's about 10 foot of car. Fart knocker. Alright, what did it say? Okay, yeah, there it is. Head south towards Jackson, Mississippi. So we got three. Alright, so we got 3 hours and 18 minutes of drive time left. And it says we are 3 hours and 16 minutes from where we got to go. So we got a 2-minute cushion. Yeah, we're doing good. All I got to do is get inside the Huntsville city limits, and we're good from there. I can figure out the rest of it as we go along. I'm a sneaky son of a bitch. But yeah, we're gonna be running across U.S. Highway 72, and so we're gonna have some slowdowns for sure. But hopefully, we'll be able to make up a little bit of time. Maybe we'll catch a couple of green lights instead of red lights, and you know, keep our foot in it. No day cab. That's a weird looking truck. Well, what, I said day cab, didn't I? I meant cab over. So I'm just dreading that daggum sun in my eyes the whole way. Oh man, I tell y'all something, man. I have this fantasy in my head. I don't know if anybody else has this same dream fantasy kind of thing going on or not, but I want to get either in an RV. I'll get in a pickup truck. I don't care. Preferably not in a car. Either a pickup truck or an RV. And I just want to drive around and experience the United States. Things that I haven't been able to experience because I'm in a big truck and I can't go downtown Beale Street in Memphis and get barbecue. You know, go to Graceland, places like that, you know. There was something I saw. Where was it? Crap. It'll come to me later, I'm sure. But I don't know. There's just places all over this country I'd like to just travel around and see. You know, I keep hoping I'll win the lottery and I can do that. Cause I'll be honest with y'all folks, man. If I won the lottery, I would probably drive about, I don't know, somewhere between 5,000 and 10,000 miles before I went back home. You know, just traveling around the country, seeing things, you know, experiencing stuff, and you know, stuff you don't get to see when you're sitting in a big truck. Stuff you don't get to see when you're sitting in an office, you know, behind a computer. You know, I can't smell, so I can't experience that part of it. You know, the magnolia blossoms or honeysuckle blossoms and stuff like that. I can't experience that smell and everything, but you know, I can visually see it. I can take my beautiful wife along with me, and she can explain to me what it smells like. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I have been able to smell before, like back before I went in the Army and stuff. And I've smelled magnolias and honeysuckles before. But I don't know. I want to see it. I want to experience it. And so but that's my fantasy. That's my dream. I just want to travel around and see stuff. That's kind of why I wouldn't mind doing the hot shot stuff. Because you're in a pickup truck, you can always drop the trailer at a truck stop and drive around and experience stuff there close by. So, yeah, we'll see. Anyway, we're going to try to get on over here to Huntsville. First thing I asked the agent, I said, hey, is this a load going to NASA? Because I don't mind going to NASA. I'd like to deliver me a load over there at that NASA place. I said, I already delivered a load down there in Cape Canaveral to Blue Origins down there around Space Force. So I'm familiar with it. She's like, nah, not going to NASA. You go into this forwarding air place. I'm like, crap. I do airport freight all the time. I'm tired of that. That's boring. So anyway, we're going to try to get on across here. We're going across North Mississippi, North Alabama, and get our butt on over there. So y'all hang around. We're going to finish this out today. I promise. All right. Well, there it is. There it is. DSV forwarding air place. We got delivered. Did a 2-hour break. Now we're fixing to head up to our next load. Yeah, we're getting ready to head out on up to Ashland City, Tennessee, and do our drop and hook and start heading to the house. We got 4 hours and 20 minutes on our what do they call that? Drive clock. So we're going to drive up there and then come back down as far as we can. I want to say we can make it. We might can make it back down to Dodge City. I don't know. I hope so. Man, I hope we can make it back down to Dodge City. We get back down there and we got to do about a 7-hour break because getting unloaded, putting away all my straps and stuff, because it took 10 straps to do this load. I'll put some pictures. I think I got a couple pictures of some of the freight. I'll put that in here if I can remember. But anyway, I had to put the straps away and all that stuff. Try to clean my hands up a little bit. And always buy these. I'll buy a whole case of them at one time and carry them around with me. What did I do with it? Well, crap. I thought it was right here. Oh, well. I always keep them over by the door. It's those orange wipes in the orange pack. They do a pretty good job cleaning up your hands, face, everything. So, we're going to get going. In the meantime, y'all stay safe. And do me a favor, if you're not already subscribed, jump down there and click the subscribe button. And be sure to ring the little bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new video. And hopefully one of these days we'll go live. We're going to be home. I said we'll get home tomorrow. And then we'll be home until Monday night. We'll leave out late Monday night, drive on over to Jacksonville, and deliver over there Tuesday morning. So that's the plan. I don't know if we'll do any recording or not. Maybe we will. But in the meantime, you guys stay safe. And spring will be here before you know it, man. And unless something changes, I'm going to do my very, very best to make it to Matt's. I got a plan. I just got to get all the pieces to fall in place. And if all the pieces fall in place, I won't be on a load, so I don't have an excuse not to go. Plus, my truck will only be about maybe 120 miles from where the place is. So we're going to jump in and run a car and run up there. Stay a couple days while the motor's being rebuilt. That's the plan. Things could go wrong. The motor could blow before then. God, please don't let that happen. You just don't know. We have to play it by ear and see. But in the meantime, y'all stay safe. Keep moving forward. Don't give up. And always keep punching.
Just keep punching, Apollo.
Keep punching.